Hey, what is going on, everyone? This is your boy Tanveer Side, the Bengal Dragon. Make sure to hit that like, subscribe, and bell notification buttons, as all your support will really help this legally blind YouTube content creator remain motivated to continue doing what he's doing on this channel and would help this channel grow. Thank you if you already have supported. Right, so the Asia Cup 2022 for Bangladesh is over. Not in that much of a humiliating fashion as it was with the World Cup, but still winless nonetheless. So the question now arises, how do we proceed from this? How does Bangladesh move on from this? The news coming out is that number one, Mushfiqur Rahim announced his retirement from T20 cricket, the international version of T20 cricket. What do I think? Good move. Good move. Because Mushfiqur Rahim, he's trying to play too many styles of cricket at once. And at his age, making this type of adaptation where even T20 cricket has evolved. Like before, people were content with like 7, 8 runs and over. Now, people are looking for 9 runs and over, 10 runs and over, and sometimes even that's not enough. So even T20 cricket since 2006, it has evolved. So Mushfiqur Rahim trying to play all three formats during this evolution. And given that, Bangladesh were not right off the gate with T20 cricket like India were with first the ICL, if anyone remembers the ICL, and then the IPL. Okay. So Mushfiqur Rahim making this call, good. Okay. He can focus on tests and ODIs where I think his expertise are more appreciated and will hold more value. And it will also open up the door for someone else to come in T20 cricket. It will basically make a spot for Nurul Hassan Sohan more permanent in the squad. Okay. Now, the other news coming out is that they're now reconsidering Shommo Sarkar and going to perhaps axe Animal Haq. What do I think about this specific move? I'm somewhat leaning towards the positive side because see, I have always admired the talent of Shommo Sarkar. I always thought he was a guy who can really get bat to ball and who can really score big runs. I mean, I won't forget his debut series, in 2015, onwards, like against Pakistan and whatnot. I will not forget that series because he showed what he can do. Like a lot of people were giving him left-handed Viv Richards comparisons. Okay, so it was a shame to see him get lost the way he did. But I think, Shommo Sarkar is definitely someone who should be nurtured a lot more and given a lot more support instead of having him crumble under the pressure. Like, have him play at number 1 day, number 2 one other day, have him play at number 7 the third day, have him play at number 4 the fourth day. Like, you can't do that with Shommo Sarkar. Like, if he's an opening batsman, let him be an opening batsman. Okay. Now, in T20s, I think that's a good move. In terms of axing Animal Haq, did he get enough chances? Perhaps. But then again, one must remember, Animal Haq performed in the ODIs. I'll be more concerned if Animal Haq gets dropped from the ODI squad. Because even in white ball cricket, ODIs and T20s are different. The approach is different, and it seems maybe even the ball or maybe even the pitch that are prepared, the pitches that are used, even that might be different. Like I didn't exactly handle a T20 specific cricket ball or play on a T20 specific surface, but given some of the results where it almost seems that, especially in this Asia Cup, it almost seems that towards the end of every innings, the ball seems to come onto the bat a bit better. I'm like, okay, did you guys design a specific T20 ball now? But anyways, so I'll be a bit disappointed if Animal Haq gets dropped from the ODI squad. As for Bangladesh's approach, they're on the right track, but they were starting from zero against teams that were already way up there in terms of being established and having the right mindset for T20s. Given that Bangladesh were starting from zero, I was not that disappointed. Well, actually, no. In the second match, temporarily, I was very disappointed, but overall, like after thinking about it, given that Bangladesh were starting basically from scratch, that disappointment sort of went away. Oh, good lord, that Bangladesh Afghanistan match. Oh, sorry, the Bangladesh Sri Lanka match. Sorry. Oh man, I mentioned in a previous video there was a chemical volcano inside my head. Okay. Should Shakib remain as the captain? Yes, absolutely. You need to have some type of consistency. You can't have, like every series, something goes wrong, you have a different captain. That is not the right approach. Then you're hitting the reset button again and again and again and again. And that will be a long-term detriment if Bangladesh ends up doing that, to their T20 psyche and their T20 approach. In terms of who else can come in, there's talks of Liton Das coming back, Nurul Hassan coming back, Yasir Ali also coming back, Hassan Mahmood also coming back. But here's the thing: for Hassan Mahmood, Shoriful Islam, all of these to work, Mustafiz needs to be in form because Mustafiz Rahman is our most experienced bowler. And if you notice something in T20 cricket, like let's say with India, right? Okay, just watch how influential or how crucial Bhuvneshwar Kumar's little spells where he gets wickets or manages to stop runs, how important they are. It's because of his experience. For Bangladesh, you have Ibadat Hussain, who played one T20. Hassan Mahmood is very new. Okay, was Taskin Ahmad, who's making a comeback, so to speak. Shoriful Islam, who's also like very new. The only other person you have is Mustafiz Rahman. So this is where I think Bangladesh missed a trick, and they should have taken Mashrafi Mortaza as their mentor, which I still feel Bangladesh needs to hire Mashrafi Mortaza as their permanent mentor as soon as possible, at least until the 2023 Cricket World Cup, the ODI Cricket World Cup. Apart from that, their spin attack, just add a leg spinner. BCB, add a leg spinner. Every other nation on the planet has a leg spinner except Bangladesh. That looks very bad for Bangladesh. Okay? It really, really does. It shows that our spin department is very restricted only in producing finger spinners because our wrists don't work for some reason. Okay. In terms of Sabir Rahman, but he just got one match. So there's this Tri-Nation series that's going to happen in New Zealand, Pakistan, and Bangladesh. Given that it's another dead end in terms of a team that is starting from zero, going up against two teams, one of which are at the top of the world, the other team, which right now are at the top of the world because they just beat India. I'm like, you're going up against those two teams. Like, couldn't he have arranged a makeshift T20 series against Hong Kong in Sharjah? Because given that Sharjah is no longer going to be used for the rest of the Asia Cup tournament, like, couldn't you have made a makeshift 3-match series against Hong Kong? Well, but then again, that's up to BCB's planning committee and whatnot. But anyways, overall, I'll say that changes are coming, but Bangladesh are on the right track with the changes and their approach to T20. Let us see what happens in the New Zealand series. Let us see if their aggressive approach still is retained. Let us see if their bowling improves, their fielding, improves or at least doesn't deteriorate. And guys, let me know what you think should be the approach of Bangladesh moving forward post Asia Cup in T20 cricket. Thank you very much for watching. If another video pops up, please do check that out as well. And as always, hit that like, subscribe, and bell notification buttons. It's your boy Tanveer Syed, the Bengal Dragon, signing out.